Yeah, clicking it now. Hi everyone, welcome to the VIRTUALLT podcast with me, in the VR. What a great start.
Been such a long time, he's fucking forgotten his name.
Oh mate, I do so many different podcasts and things, I just forget where I am sometimes. And this is my co-host, Mac in VR. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Doing good, doing good, you know.
Pretty good.
Good to be back. We were away for a little while, just a short period, right?
There are reasons, but I don't think we can discuss them at the moment. But just be rest assured, we are back and ready to rock and roll.
We are back. So let's just start. What are you drinking, Mac? I had a little sneaky peek.
Just a cheapy Sainsbury's Pinot Grigio. It's a week off payday, so I'm drinking the cheap shit.
Oh, that's funny, man. And what have you been playing?
Right. Well, when was it? I can't remember now. I played a mixed reality game called Demeter.
Dementia.
Dementia. I can't remember what it was called. It was called Demeter, and it basically is a mixed reality game where it's like a platformer, but the platform is like in your environment, and you can walk around it, you can move it around, you can move it up and down. It's really, really good, really cute little game as well. It was, I don't know, I just really, really enjoyed it. So I live streamed it on Thursday night, and I gave a couple of copies away because I was really impressed. And what else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of Automobilista 2.
Yeah, you released a video yesterday, right? With Nigel Mansell going go-karting or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's basically me trying to recreate, in Automobilista 2, trying to recreate this extremely famous lap in Formula 1 that was done by a Brazilian called Rek't. I think it worked out quite well. It was all right. So, yeah, might be some more of that coming. Played the Arizona Sunshine and has had a 4K high resolution upgrade for the Quest 3. So I played that with Tassos today, with the usual chaos that ensues when you live stream with Tassos. So that was good. That was good fun. Yeah, I know. Anyway, it's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Tassos.
Yeah.
He's not working tonight, so I'm guessing he's either out having a drink or he's getting his leg over.
Or both.
Or both.
Getting his leg over a drink.
I'd have to get my leg over first, because if I have a drink, then I lose interest. Right, that's a bit too much information.
Yeah, I know that too well, Mac. I did spend the weekend at your house. So let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about it. What happens in the Mac house stays in the Mac house. Right. So, Indy, what are you drinking and what have you been playing?
I'm drinking the finest
Council tap water.
Tap water. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the usual. The usual. Yeah, so just the water these days, you know. What have I been playing? I haven't been playing much, to be honest. We've been gone for a couple of months, mate. It's been like 2 months.
Yeah, it's been nearly 2 months since we've done a podcast. It was the Christmas podcast on the 19th.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So what have I played since then? Oh, Tiger Blade. I think I played. Yeah, Tiger Blade. I played.
Okay.
That's a good laugh. I like that game. It's a good little workout, and it's a little bit like once you've finished it, if you're into like all that completion kind of stuff and collecting everything and stuff, it is a good game for that as well. But you could go through it in like 2-3 hours. Okay. But it is a good time. It is a good time. It's coming to Quest 3 as well. Definitely coming to Quest 3. That's on the card. I played Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Did one stream. Second stream, I got to that bit with that annoying
Ashley.
person, and she just keeps screaming.
Orgasmic Ashley. Oh,
yeah, it was right at the start when I first found her at the church or something.
Yeah.
And she was doing my head in, so I just want to shoot her in the head. So I just went like that, and it actually worked, and she died, and that made my day. And then I ended the stream because I wanted to do it over and over again off stream. Not really.
Yeah. It's because she kept saying Leon, and you're like, for fuck's sake.
But yeah, I did that. I'm on that bit, and I need to mentally, psychologically get over the fact that I need to go carry that woman around.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I was just like, she was really annoying me. I just did that. I didn't even think it'd work, and it was quite funny. I think people in the stream found it funny.
Murdering schoolgirls. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Oh no, she's not. She's 25 at least. What else? So, D-Day Enhanced. You haven't played that yet, have you?
I had a little go, but we were supposed to live stream it, and it didn't happen for some reason, did it? Yeah. Yeah.
So, janky, wonky, like it's got things the developers working on it, like the spawning and stuff. When I played, it was like you just spawn in a pile of people sometimes.
Yeah.
That were the enemy. But I had fun. I was only going to stream for an hour and a half. I ended up doing like 3 or so hours. It's still a good laugh, even though it's like that. But it's still a really good fun game. So that's on PSVR 2.
Yeah, I've got it. So we should do a live stream actually on that.
Yes, we should, sir. It's been Mac. When was the last time we did a live stream together? I can't even remember.
No.
What game was it?
Oh crikey!
It wasn't Drop Dead, was it?
It might be actually. You might be right. So that's gonna be well before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did we not play Arizona Sunshine together?
No.
Oh, that was me and Shuey. Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. What else did I play? Okay, Underdogs. I said I haven't played much, but it has been 2 months, so
yeah.
Underdogs, really good fun. I enjoyed it. Will I play it again? I don't know. There's more to it than what I saw, but it's the rinse and repeat, same level kind of thing. I know it changes and stuff. I should give it more of a chance and play a bit more.
Yeah.
But the mechanics are really fun, and I did enjoy my time, so I should really play it. Arxin, which came out today on Steam. Check that out. It's a really good game. Trying to get Mac to play it. It's so like chilled out and fun. It's a really good game, man. If you want to test your it's like puzzles while you're flying, while you're kind of using abilities, and you got flying this like it's hard to like traverse across stuff and like timed platforms and things like that. It's a really good game.
So is
and
it on?
Like 300. Sorry,
It's just you said it's just come out on Quest.
just on Steam. I did say to him do a Quest port because I think you should sell some copies, mate. And he's like, yeah, but it's just the downgrading graphics and like he likes it the way it is. But let's see what happens. That's a really cool game. Check it out on Steam.
The thing is, though, if he does port it across to Quest, he'll sell. Because remember the guy, oh crikey, the guy who did Eye of the Temple. He did Eye of the Temple on PC VR, which is a fantastic puzzle game, like sort of, sort of like an Indiana Jones Tomb Raider type of game. It's really, really good fun. And he spent 2 years developing it. He didn't make his money back. And then he released a version on Quest, and he sold 10 times the copies he did on Steam, which is something we need to talk about actually. Because I actually had a conversation with a person who was very, very much involved in Genotype. And also another developer who did the Drop Dead the Cabin. I was talking to them, and they had like different views. Like, so the guy who did Genotype was like, "Oh, we want to get it out on PC because that'll be like the ultimate version." And I was thinking, but you're gonna sell 10 times more copies on Quest. And the other developer who did Drop Dead the Cabin said, "We're not going to do PC VR because it's too much effort to port it, and we know, judging by how many copies we've sold of Drop Dead the Cabin, what we will sell on Steam, and it's just not worth the effort." So you've got two kind of opposing views there. You know, I can understand if the guy who's done Arcsign thinks, right, we have this vision and I want to stick to it, but if he wants to get his money back, he needs to port it to Quest.
Yeah, I think he'll do it. It'll be a great game on Quest.
Yeah.
It'll be one of those 5-star games because I really enjoyed it. And there's like 300 odd levels.
I played
really?
It like
10 months ago, and there was like 100 odd. He's or whatever it was, but he's made a load more level stages since then.
All right, okay.
And each world, you kind of unlock a new ability, and it like they all kind of you got to chain them together to get across from one side of the level to the other.
Okay.
I've got streaming it on my channel if you want to check it out, guys. It's a really good game.
Yeah, that's it there, isn't it? Arcsign. There's actually a free demo as well.
Yeah, free demo.
There's a free demo, so yeah.
Download it, give it a go.
Right, okay. It's quite cheap as well. It's only 17. It's 10% off at the moment, so it's only 17 quid in the UK. That's pretty good.
Mac, I've got a key if you want to stream it, mate. Like, give it a go.
Yeah, okay.
Just try it. You don't have to stream it. It's really cool. And finally, I played Titanic VR, which was. I mean, it's horror, and I don't really get scared of horror stuff. It was janky. It was still kind of fun. I think it was like 1 or 2 developers that did it, but it wasn't anything that there was nothing in it that was made it stand out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they did a good job, I guess. But there's loads of little buggy bits and stuff like that. Like some of it was a good job, but yeah, it's not. It's all right. It depends if you like that kind of thing. It's like a horror game. You can check that out on Quest, I believe. Let me just take a second to say hi to everyone. Okay, my chat. Zenquility, how you doing? Welcome, Classy. Slow Coach, how's it going, buddy? Mr. Weeble, how are you, young sir? Oh, Crash is here. Hi, Daddy, from Crash. Hello.
Crashy.
Thanks to Zenquility for becoming a 6 months indie VR supporter. Thank you very much, Zenquility. Appreciate it. Look at me. He just does. He becomes a member. It's acknowledged in the stream. Like, so that's his 5 minutes of fame.
Oh, bless him.
I'm going to kick him out the chat.
I'll give him a big hug next time I see him.
Yeah. Classy. Oh, thanks, Classy, for the super chat. I don't know what that is. It's like a fish bowl or something. And I think Simon V, welcome, Simon. Simon keeps missing my stream. Like, I swear Simon watches my streams. And then just when I'm saying bye to everyone, he always shows up. So I think he's just sitting there waiting for me to do that. And he's like, oh, I just jumped in and
stream sniping you.
Yeah, he's a bit strange.
I hate it when that happens because you go, all right, everybody, hope you've enjoyed that. And then somebody turns up and says, oh, is this such and such? I'm really looking forward to it. And you're like, dude, I just finished streaming. Go back and watch it.
Yeah. Oh, God. And then Googly, how's it going, mate? Where's the drinks? No drinks. I'm going to rush out the names, and then there's one thing I want to say. Clueless, hi Clueless, how you doing? Welcome, mate. Clueless is always about. He's streaming. Check out his channel, guys. He does his loads of No Man's Sky streams, and I go in there and say all kinds of weird stuff, and he loves it. There's a lot of chat. I need to catch up with Bluebell. Hello, how are you? Been a while. And do you want to run through your chat, Mac?
Yeah, I've got I've started using contact lenses, right? This is my 3rd day of using contact lenses, so I'm still finding it a little bit. If my eyes are bright red, it's because I'm using contacts. So I'm not quite got used to it yet.
Brain.
WRLDX, Rudy Zavedno, Weeble, Paradise Decay, Cone Killer, one of my channel members. We've got Moonshine Games, who is a developer. We have Weeble, always. Simon V. And cheers. Zenquility's just gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, that's him going for the attention again. You see that? As soon as you switch to your chat, he's paying for attention.
So, well, next time I see you, get a little bit more than a hug. Cheers, mate.
God.
Thank you.
My room.
No, that's where we did it last time. So Zenquility's here. Call the Count Tangent. El Diego. Godad. Oh, AP. Am I supposed to call you AP? Because I called you AP UK and you were like, no, that's not my name. AP UK, AP won one of the Demeter keys on Thursday, so he was very, very happy. I think I gave away 5 in the end. Yeah, that's a good little game. Yeah, okay, right. So that's caught up with chat.
Yeah. So cheers everyone who donated for the podcast in December for the Christmas special for Mac and VR. You guys raised £102.50, and I'm going to match that. So this month I will sort it all out and make it 205 quid. So well done, everyone. And I was fine the next day after eating all that chili, all those hot wings, all those raw green chilies. My stomach was fine. There's something wrong with me.
Well, I'd like to explain what happened on the Christmas podcast, because I disappeared, and it wasn't because I was drunk, right? What happened was my PC just died, right? And I'd had a drink, so I couldn't figure out what had gone wrong. And by the time I got it switched back on, it was too late. So yeah, I didn't actually pass out or anything. My PC just decided to give up, but it has been upgraded since then, quite substantially. So.
All right, so the next podcast, you're going to be there for the whole thing.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, today, hopefully, I'll be here for the whole thing. Yeah, so just a quick rundown. I went from a Z390 i9 9900 KF, 32 gig of DDR4 RAM, 2080 Ti, and I upgraded to a Z790p motherboard and a 12th gen i9, 32 gig of DDR5 and an RTX 4080. Me. Thinking hell. I can now run Automobilista. Well, anybody that's watched any of my Automobilista streams now will see that I'm running them in. I mean, I also upgraded my internet as well, so I've got like fiber broadband at 1 gig up and 1 gig down. Which
I want to ask you something about gigs.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, 1 gig up, 1 gig down, so I can now live stream in 4K at 60 frames per second with that PC. It's absolutely insane the power that thing has. Yeah, so I can run Automobilista on mostly ultra settings. So if you watched any of my Automobilista streams, you can see the uplifting quality from about halfway through January. So yeah. Sorry, what were you were going to ask me about my gigs?
Yeah, get your gigs out. No, I was playing Population 1. Okay. There's a few things for this story, but let's start with the main problem. Virtual Desktop said
Right.
you're not streaming gigabit internet, so it will affect the performance.
Okay, so that is the gigabyte ports on your router.
Right.
So your router should have gigabit ports.
I think they're all gigabits, aren't they?
There should be. It's a Wi-Fi 6 router, isn't it?
I don't know. It's the TP link. It's from your bloody video. You should know. TP link, something or the other.
AXE75.
Something like that. Yeah, it's got.
Yeah. No, that's fine then. Right. Okay. So what did it say?
Oh god, when you press the button and it comes across like that, it says you're not using gigabit connection to your PC and it would affect performance. And the performance was like, I was playing Pop 1 and it's all like Vaseline, like I had Vaseline in my eyes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, crikey! What could that be? Are you are connected to the 5 gigahertz? Well, you should be connected to the 6 gigahertz channel.
Everything's wired in and everything's sorted, yeah.
So what does it say your megabits per second were? Top left corner? If you're using the same router as me, it should be something like 2400 megabits per second.
I don't know. Well, I'll have to do it. We'll have to just do it one day and then I'll show you or something, or you can troubleshoot. And the other part of that whole thing was I sold my index just before Christmas, right? Because I wasn't really PCVR. There's not a lot going on.
That's me playing the world's smallest violin. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, I sold it, and so yeah, I wasn't really using PCVR, and I was like, all right, all I do is play Population 1 once in a while, and I thought, all right, I sold it anyway. So I went into Pop 1 playing with the Quest 3.
Yeah.
And it was like the button just slowed me down so much. Like, because when I went from Quest 2 to the index without the buttons with the hands, the trigger, I got 50% better. And now it's like such a downgrade playing on the Quest 3. And another thing is I don't like the Bobo VR head strap. It's all right. I don't know, man. The comfort in that, it's just a little bit kind of, I keep pissing about with it.
Yeah. Well, bizarrely, I've just done a video on head straps for the Quest 3, and
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, this is what came out in. This is what won. Don't know if you can see. It's a little bit, yeah. Yeah, this is the KKC OBVR Q3. But what it has, which I thought was absolutely fantastic, is this little ratchet here, which means you can move. It's like the PlayStation. You can move the actual facial interface further away from your face or closer to your face as you see fit. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because I'm a bit pissed off with Bobo VR.
Let's just go now. Just do it now. We're on the subject.
Okay.
Let's get it out.
Okay. Right. So when the Quest 3 came out, everybody wanted a battery head strap, didn't they? Because basically the Quest would last about an hour and a half if you were playing a game. So I think the Bobo VR rushed out the M3 Pro, which is the one that's backwards compatible with the Quest 2's M2 Pro. So the batteries. Let's just have a quick look.
Yeah, no, I remember that because the day you posted it, someone posted it in your thingy, and I looked at it and I was like, I messaged or put it in the chat or messaged you, Max, saying it says that the old battery doesn't work on the new one, and they weren't even selling the new batteries when they released the headset.
No. So hold on, I've actually got, strangely. No, that's the S3. Where's the S2? There it is. Right, so this is the M2, which no, sorry, this is the M3, the one that they released not very long ago, if you remember. Okay.
Bought one about 3 days before they announced the new one, by the way.
Yeah, so did I. I decided to do a full head strap MetaQuest 3 video, and I was like just about to release it, and they announced the S3. So That's why that video got delayed for like 3 weeks while I was waiting for the S3 to come. Right, so this is the M3. Great headset, nice and comfortable. But the batteries, so this is the important thing. These batteries are 5,300 milliamp hours, but they charge, at 2.6 amps. Okay? The Quest 3 needs at least 3 amps to keep the headset charged while the battery from the head strap is discharging. So there's a battery from the M2, M3. Just clicks on there. Absolutely fine. No problems at all. So, Bobo think, oh, we fucked up there, so we'll release the S3 Pro, which is this one, which has this thing on the front. A fucking fan. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like the M3 cost £89 in the UK. This costs £109. I mean, it's cool. It's got like a little LED display thing on the side there, right? This is the new battery, right? How do you tell if it's charged?
Put your tongue on the positive and negative.
Yeah, right? You cannot tell if this is charged unless you plug it in to a charger or put it on the head strap. Right? Oh, look, hold on. Yeah, so you'll have to like literally put it on the head strap, take the headset off, have a look. Is it charged? And right, so that is the new battery.
Yeah.
You can discern them because they've got a black back. Okay. This is the old battery. Completely incompatible. So, people are wondering why I got annoyed at this. I've got a Bobo VR dual charging cradle. I've got 4 Bobo VR batteries for the M2, M3. I've bought into the S3 thinking that the batteries would be compatible. They're not. They're not selling the new batteries, right? You can't get hold of the new batteries. So I'm stuck with one battery, which doesn't last long enough. This is the KKCO BVR. Right. This is the KKCO BVR Q3 Pro, the new one from KKC BVR. Right, they've distinguished the batteries by making the battery black. These are the old batteries. So this one has a 10,000 milliamp hour capacity and it discharges at 2.6 amps. That's fine. This has a 10,000 milliamp hour and it discharges at 3 amps, which will keep the Quest charged. So here we go. Yeah, lovely. Oh, look at this. They're backwards compatible, Bobo, you bunch of...
Say it.
No. Bobo...
sanitized anyway, so you might as well just say what you want.
Bobo have never sent me anything. Bobo have never, ever sent me anything. And I don't think they're ever going to send me anything ever again. Because, you know, oh, we've redesigned the battery and look at it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It has like dual 5,000 milliamp hour cells, which are controlled by this special chip. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. KKC OBVR have done exactly the same thing, but they've made it backwards compatible.
I think they rushed it, right? Probably just to get it something for the Quest 3, right? And
yeah,
they were like, shit, what parts have we got? Let's slap this together. Fucking run it through QA. Yeah, the fan was something I've never used a fan. Even on the Index, you can get fan inputs and all that. Yeah. I don't see the point.
There's been some comments on my video saying, "Oh, I use a fan when I do Les Mills Body Combat and all that sort of stuff." I'm like, yeah, well, that's fair enough. But I've been into VR since 2016. I've never felt the need to have a fan. And of course, with me being a slaphead, all it does is it cools my forehead in a stripe across here. So I've got a really cold forehead, and the rest of my face is exactly the same. This is, I mean, it's really comfortable. It's not a bad head strap. It's really comfortable. It's very, very well made. The plastics are good quality. The ratchet is really strong. They've got rid of the front You know, they had that little fiddly front strap on the M2.
Yeah.
They've got rid of that. That's on a ratchet now. You can hear that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of my Bobo head strap, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's passable, but it's not the best.
Yeah. But this, like, they've enlarged the cup at the back. I mean, it's a great headset. There's just some design decisions that they've made which fucking piss me off. I don't want a fan. How much money did that add to the cost of the head strap? Yeah. This is pretty cool, but you have to plug the battery in or pop it on the headset to see whether it's charged or not. Where with the old one, you just basically press the button there and it tells you. It's got LEDs on it. And it's the same with the KREW BVI. There's a button, you press it, it tells you what the charge is. You can see that there. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just rushed it because the Quest 3 came out and they were like, shit, we haven't. Maybe they just thought, let's just get something out.
Yeah.
I mean, the new is coming out, so I don't know. I'm not sure. You don't know what happens behind closed doors, right?
So this might be going up for sale at a reduced price if anybody's interested. That's the S3 Pro with the fan. I don't want it. I'm not going to use it.
I don't. I would. I'm not a fan of the Bobos. I mean, that's an improvement there, but still.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it is a great headset, but it's just there's some weird design choices which annoy me. If you can live with that, then make me an offer. I'm sticking with KREW BVR.
I'll pay you whatever it's worth if you make a video of you smashing it with a hammer.
No, because Bobo might make something that I really want in the future. They're never ever gonna give me anything for free.
As well. You get so many subscribers. Just keep smashing all the headsets. What about talking of sweating? That Vi or whatever it's called, the guy who's made that thing where you lift dumbbells and it tells you if you've done a full rep and the weight of the dumbbell. In the Apple Vision Pro, you were showing it.
All right.
You see that?
Yeah. Can you not just look at how much weight the dumbbell weighs and then?
It's the most pointless fucking thing I've ever heard of. It's so. If someone was in the gym and I saw them with that, I would just tell them to leave. Just leave now.
Who's that kid on TikTok who does, like, you know, the people who do the life hacks, and he just goes, I can't remember his name.
I don't watch TikTok.
No, I don't either. But he basically just takes the piss out of TikToks, like life hack TikToks, and that would be exactly like that. It's like, oh yeah, you've done a full rep with like 5 kilograms. And you're like,
man, I don't know what this world's coming to. Like back in the day, it was so now everyone's just like walking around with their little cameras and filming themselves and shit. It's just like, oh man.
Well, I'm getting feedback off your mic, I think.
I'm not reading anything. That's the weird thing. Nothing's coming up on monitor.
Hello. Okay, that's not. It's okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you. Me and the wife go to the gym and. You see these people and they're like setting cameras up and like filming themselves doing squats, and you think, are you doing that to check your form, or are you doing that because you're a TikTok wanker? Saying this is the man who's trying to become a TikTok wanker, but there you go.
There was a guy actually, and he was like, he goes, I hate doing this, but it's just to check my form. Just to check my form. I said, do you put it up on TikTok? No, I'm just checking my form. And I'm like, I should have asked his name. I would have found him on TikTok probably. But, you know, each though, and it's all attention seeking and that, man. It's that's why I don't really use social media and that. It's the fucking hive of what's the word? Mental health problems. Yeah,
it is, and I mean, this is cruel but funny at the same time. So they have 2 big squat racks in our gym, and me and the wife, I mean, I can't squat an awful lot. I mean, I'm fucking nearly 60 years old, so I had my barbells and I was doing my squats, and there was a guy next to me and he was videoing himself, right? And I was like, oh, are you a YouTube like influencer? And he was like, oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm so finished me like a fitness dude, and I'm gonna like put this on YouTube. And I was like, all right, great. How many subscribers have you got? He said, oh, I've got 1,000 at the moment, but you know, I'm like working on it. He went, are you into YouTube? And I went, oh yeah, I've got like 16,000 subscribers. And he just went. I was like, sorry, dude, but you're a fucking wanker.
Is that all he didn't ask you what you do, nothing?
No, he just said, oh, are you on YouTube? I said, oh, yeah, I've got about 16,000 subscribers. And he's just like, yeah, it's, it fucking...
Put the weights down and just walk out, like, sobbing. Got in the car, drive home.
Yeah. I said, I should have told him my channel was called Farts When Squatting.
Speaking of that, I actually saw someone. They paid for a year up front for a gym membership, and I think it was the second or third day they were wearing squatting pants, whatever they're wearing.
Oh
and
my God.
Yeah, and he squatted and released a mother load, and he never came back. He paid for a year membership, and that's pretty funny.
Right, so shall we talk about the elephant in the room, which is, oh my God, when the Apple Vision Pro released, every single tweet on X, or is it called an X now? I don't know. They're called tweets or X's. Every single other tweet was a Apple Pro Vision wanker. Stop now, though, isn't it?
I don't go on Twitter a lot. Once in a while, I'll quickly go and then just scroll, like, from literally just for a few seconds. I didn't notice it, to be honest.
Well, the thing that I noticed is, obviously being a VR content creator, was there was a lot of Apple creators and influencers who were going on about virtual reality when they obviously clearly had no idea what virtual reality can actually do. Like saying, oh, this is amazing. You can watch TV on a big screen. You can do this, you can do that. And you're like, dude, been doing that for 7 years. Like, and it's the way they think that Apple have invented it. That's what really pissed me off, is all these people like who clearly never been into VR before, and then got an Apple Vision Pro, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Look what Apple have done. And you're like, dude, I can do that. I can do 95% of what that does on a Quest 3 that costs 1/10 of the price. That's what really bugged me.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just announced they've released 1,000 apps now. I think it was like 600 when it came out. So, I mean, everyone's going to be flocking to it to try and get their apps on there.
Yeah, but why? They haven't sold any. They've sold 100,000 headsets. You know what I mean? And I can guarantee, absolutely guarantee, that 90% of those headsets are going to be gathering dust in a couple of weeks.
Or like people are saying, refunding them.
Yeah.
I think Blue was saying people made people made videos and then just refunded them in the end.
Yeah. I mean, if Apple get involved, then that's good for VR. This is they have said all along, this is just a tester and testing the water. They put this out. It's like a tech demo. It's like if you're into cars, then Lotus made this thing called the Evira, which was a 2,000 brake horsepower electric supercar. They won't sell any. It was like cost £2 million. They won't sell any. It's a way of getting people excited.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll go away. They'll learn their lesson. Maybe in a year or so's time, they'll come out with like a Vision Pro Lite or something like that, which will be £1,500. It'll have controllers. It'll have hand tracking. It'll do everything that the Vision Pro can do. So I'm not slagging off Apple for entering the market. When Apple get involved in something, it's usually good for that market. What bugged me was all the Apple fucking influencers and Apple zealots thinking that Apple have come along and invented this new thing called spatial computing. And you're like, dude, can you play games on it? No, well, I'm not fucking interested because I'm a VR content creator and I play video games.
I mean, you can make games in it. People will make games in it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, a great example was, I mean, I know why he did it. So Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis he flew with John Hibbins to New York, and they went down. You know, that's an experience thing. If I had the money, I would do that. You know, just to say, look, I've flown to New York, I've gone to Times Square, I'm going to the Apple shop in New York, and I'm going to buy an Apple Vision Pro. If I had the money, I would have done it, because it's like an experience, especially with somebody like Mike and John next to you. It would have been a great experience. But then he brought it home, and and Gamertag came to visit him, because obviously they're really good friends. And Gamertag made a really good video talking about his experience. And he said basically the same thing I've said. It's like, it's good that Apple have got involved, but he has no desire to buy one, because he can't afford to spend £3,500 on a headset that the little old Quest can basically do almost exactly the same things. I've got a really interesting video from Mark Zuckerberg, actually, where he talks about the Apple Vision Pro. It's on Upload VR. I might show it later on. But so, what's your take on what do you think they're trying to achieve?
I mean, at the moment, it's more for business, right? I think they've seen what Meta's doing, and they're taking it in a slightly different direction. And I think they're hoping that they can be the Meta of that kind of VR.
Right.
Not be a special fucking whatever you call it.
Yeah. So I did a video on this. There's an app on the Quest Store called Immersed, which basically gives you the ability to do productivity on your Quest 3 using big screens. And it's really good. It works really, really well. If you have a compatible keyboard, which I do, but I don't actually use it anymore, because it's actually not a very good keyboard for what I do. Yeah, Immersed is really good. So go and check it out. It's a free app. There is paid for content, but you don't have to pay for it. You can get like 3 screens in 4K, so it's pretty good. Yeah. So, sorry, carry on.
No, sorry. I was just saying. I remember you were mentioning that before as well. Have you had enough, or are you still talking about the Apple Vision Pro?
I don't know. You haven't really. You've been a bit on the fence.
What do you want me to be like? Do I like it, or do I want it, or?
Well, I mean, right. So, okay, if you had the money,
yeah,
would you have bought one?
I'd be dead in a week if I had the money for that. No, I wouldn't buy it.
No, I wouldn't have bought it either. No, I wouldn't have bought it either. It's not what I'm about. I'm a VR gamer, and it's not. If I want to watch a film on a large screen, I've got big screen.
Neos.
Yeah, Neos. Yeah, Neos.
Massive IMAX in there.
Yeah.
And then you got the rooftop bar. You got so many places you can karaoke. You can do so much stuff in that. That was a great little session we did. 3D movies. It's got everything in there.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, you can do anything.
But I think with this Apple Vision stuff, it's the first of its kind. It's going to take a few like iterations over the years before the technology to get better and for it to get a bit cheaper.
Yeah. It's interesting because in that video that Mark Zuckerberg posted, which they actually filmed using the pass-through cameras on a Quest 3, which I thought was really clever. I think that's going to because like the worst thing that can happen is for one company to completely dominate a market. So yeah. So basically, if you look at the phone market, you had like Apple came out with the iPhone, and it was like, fuck, this is like amazing. And it was amazing when it first came out.
Yeah.
But then like the other companies like Samsung and, then a lot, obviously like Google and people like that, they came along later and they made a rival to the iPhone. So now the iPhone's like oh, look, we've got this great new feature. And Android's like, yeah, we've been doing that for years. Fuck you. You know what I mean? So it's good that Apple have got involved, because that might then give Meta a kick up the arse to not that I'm saying they're complacent, but to, you know, like Mark Zuckerberg said, oh yeah, I really enjoyed using the Apple Vision Pro, but the Quest 3 is a gaming device and it can also do the stuff that the Apple Vision Pro can do. So it might give them a kick up the arse to make the UI a bit slicker, because the UI is still clunky. It's still kind of, you know, not the best.
Yeah, but then also they're not the only ones, because Pico are gearing up for that kind of thing as well, aren't they?
Yes. As people know, we do have contacts in Pico, and they have moved away from the software side of things, and they are concentrating on the hardware. And they want to make an Apple Vision Pro rival.
Yep.
Which I'm guessing will release in the Chinese market first, because that's obviously where Pico's bread and butter is, not Europe or America. Though somebody did tell me the other day they saw a Pico 4 headset for sale in Walmart in the States.
What was the price?
I didn't say. So just catch up on chat a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, my chat's been going crazy, so I'm trying to talk and listen and read the chat. As you know, everyone, we are males and we can't multitask.
So if I actually tried to read my chat and stand up, I would actually fall over. So
he might even die.
I might even die.
Exactly.
I'm so old, I might just like give up. As I'm standing up, I might just give up. Trying to haul my saggy old fucking testicles up into the air. Right, so
oh, what a vision.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, so PD says I heard today a lot of people returning their Apple Vision Pro, so that you might be able to get a good decent second-hand one for nothing. Cone Killer, I have lots of Apple products, but I don't see the value of the Vision Pro. That's actually a good point, Cone Killer, because I don't have any Apple products in my house at all, apart from my wife's phone, but I don't even know how to use it. So I'm an Android guy. So I've got an Android tablet, I've got an Android phone, and obviously my PC and my Quest.
Okay, Bluebell said, you know more than me. Pico gave up, didn't ByteDance lay off all of their gaming people?
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, they laid off all of the people who were involved in game development, storefront, all that sort of stuff. But they did retain everybody that was involved in research and development and hardware. And that's from the horse's mouth.
Yep. And they're moving on to like an Apple Vision Pro kind of stuff. So
yeah,
up to them. Let's see what happens.
Well, to be fair, they were supposed to release the Pico 4 in the United States at CES last year, but that got kiboshed by the congressional hearing into ByteDance and TikTok and the security issues surrounding Chinese companies. Because I'm not sure if you're aware, but if you are a company based in China and the Chinese government come to you and say, we want all of your personal data, they are obliged to hand it over. So obviously the Americans got a bit twisty about that, because they haven't got Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram
or anything.
No. So
everything's everything is like their own in China. So like everything's their own thing.
Yeah.
Even like when at work and trying to Google stuff in China, where normally Google will be like, you know, you Google an arcade.
Yeah.
And then you Google like of arcades in China, and then nothing comes up, or stuff comes up and it's like bunched up with all this weird shit you don't understand, and then just have a phone number and a contact. It's really, they've got their own search engines and stuff, right? And even those, I can't figure out how to work them.
Yeah.
With the help from a Chinese person.
Yeah. So a Chinese friend of mine who'd been living in the UK for a while, went back to China and had to apply for a citizen number. So I didn't know this, but if you don't have a citizen number in China, you can't actually do anything. You literally cannot book a hotel, book a train ticket. You can't do anything until you have your citizen number. And because this individual had been living in the UK for some considerable time, she'd gone to university. They had gone to university here. They hadn't returned to China for quite a while. So I think it was a bit of a shock to that person that after living in the UK, that their rights were so badly restricted by this one simple thing. And yeah, it's an odd situation. It's an odd situation.
Sorry, it's adjusting my
Your
testicles after what you mentioned earlier. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, there's loads. You know, let's just move on. Probably be better, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. What would you like to talk about next?
Oh, let's talk about UEVR, because it's like that happened since we were last live, right?
Yeah. So Paradise Decay actually has mentioned the fact. Where is he? He has said in my chat, he has, that he's too busy with UEVR to do anything else. And if you look at his channel, he's putting about 2 UEVR videos out a day. Right, so here's my take on it, because I was one of the people who was invited down to the very first public showing of UEVR. Buck was there, Doc Ock was there, PD was there, Paradise Decay was there, Gamertag was there, I was there, obviously. And I saw UEVR basically being used for the first time, and I literally was actually blown away. I played Returnal, I played Lies of P, I had a go on Gravel, and Aliens Fireteam, and it was like, oh, that's incredible. But one of the things I didn't realize, and I know that PD's probably going to fucking have a right rant at me, is that
Go.
Is that I would like, oh, this isn't working. So Alex, who obviously is involved in the development of UEVR, would go, oh, wait a second. And he'd go, all right, okay, that's sorted. And then I'd be like, all right, yeah, that's fine. He's fixed it. And I'd then carry on. So when UEVR got released into the wild on New Year's Eve, I would like to point out, I was like very excited. So I had Aliens Fireteam, I had Gravel, I had Lies of P on the Xbox, and a couple of other games that I was getting ready for. I could not get UEVR to work on Aliens Fireteam. I couldn't do the bit where I could hide all the body.
The mesh of the body.
Yeah.
Mesh, like,
but I could not get the gun to line up. I just couldn't do it. And I spent like 3 or 4 hours getting really frustrated about it. And in the end, I went to Gravel, and Gravel was fine. Gravel works really well. Tried Lies of P. So I then realized that the reason I enjoyed UEVR so much was because Alex was there, and he was like, oh yeah, this is that problem. And he just knew to change it. As somebody who has no technical knowledge at all, UEVR is fucking bewildering. There is a way to get around this by downloading profiles, but at the time, in the early January, the profiles weren't available. They might be now. I mean, Paradise will be able to tell you. I know Fitz has got about 30 or 40 videos out on UEVR because he doesn't sleep. He does not sleep. He just plays video games 24 hours a day. So I'm just catching up. UEVR must be the only guy still caring. Yeah, so I mean, there was the promise of like, 2,000 games in Unreal Engine, and I struggled with it. And after a couple of days, I was like, nah, to be fair, I'm not interested. Yeah. I'd rather have a game that was built for VR from the ground up. So have you tried it? Have you?
No. I mean, I already get pissed off just the virtual desktop, mate. I'm not going to be any good with that. And I've got you that can pretty much fix it for me. Like, if you just looked at my whatever it is, I couldn't do it. I don't have the patience. And I think like I've got 2070. I think I'd need to upgrade it as well. And I'm not going to fork out all that money. And I honestly looked at the list like when it first came out, and I can count on one hand the games that I actually wanted to play. But I know it's great as well. But I just don't have the tinkering patience kind of thing.
I'm a member of Team Beef. I'm a Patreon for Team Beef.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of videos on the Doom 3 port to Quest, and it is really good. If you haven't done it yet, go to SideQuest. Search for Doom 3. It's free. The port is free. You just need to own Doom 3. You can upload it onto your Quest headset, Quest 3 preferably. There's a full HD remaster of all the textures, and they've rendered the torch. It's incredible, and it's a proper game. It's like a proper 10 to 15 hour, the full Doom 3 experience in VR, and it works really well. It's fantastic. And that's kind of what UEVR is for me. It's like the Team Beef ports are like taking all the fiddling away from what you have to do in UEVR, and just like going, there you go. All you have to do is just download that, and then go here, and then it's done. And that's, I think somebody said, I think it was Evil Kingus said, it's a one-click solution. The more barriers you take away, the more likely people are to play. So the perfect example is you. You said, well, you know, can't be asked, really.
Yeah. I just, I'm not a tinkerer. I can be, but if it's something I really want, but I just don't care enough, to be honest. To be like, all right, I'll put the patience and time in. And someone said to me, yeah, but I think it was Dips. It was like, but the feeling of satisfaction and like blah 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 that you get when you actually got it running and like you did a really good job. And I was like, oh fuck that, I get a feeling somewhere else. I'll just have a wank or something, you know.
There are other forms of self-satisfaction available. Right, I'm just going to catch up on my chat because it's gone a bit. Right, okay, so it's gone a bit. Yeah, it's gone a bit. Right, right. Evil Kingus, blah 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 blah. Cone Killer. Right, great. Wake me up in a year or two when you have gotten somewhere. Then, all right, okay. So there's been a bit of a.
Some people are arguing about.
Yeah, needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fair. This is a fair point from Evil Kingus, and like you got to remind yourself that Evil Kingus likes to poke the bear. It needs to be a one-click solution. It does need to be a one-click solution for like normal people, right? I'm into VR, and I was excited about UEVR, and I spent 2 frustrating days trying to get 2 games to work, and then in the end, I just thought, do you know what? I can't be arsed. And that's me, like a VR veteran who likes to tinker. And
you're a virtual desktop tinkerer, right?
I mean,
about it.
Yeah, I mean, I will spend. I mean, I've got a planned video, and all it is Automobilista 2, virtual desktop, and VR settings. And that's all it is. And I've gone through all the settings in Automobilista 2, virtual desktop, graphics settings, and I'm just trying to sort of get the game to run as best it can in VR and make it look as pretty as it can. And I've spent hours doing that because I'm interested. But if I wanted to play Automobilista 2, all I would do is just start playing Automobilista 2. You see what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's great. I haven't experienced it. Maybe in the future, I'll be asked to do it.
Yeah, so Verified Game says just import profiles. That's literally one click. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I went on the Discord and couldn't find where the profiles were. So
I did actually ask for you as well.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cared. They're too busy in VR trying to piss around with mesh skeletons and stuff.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to use UEVR, speak to Paradise Decay and speak to Fitz on my Discord, because Fitz has literally done about 30 or 40 UEVR videos on various games. So yeah, it's not for me unless Halo comes out on Unreal Engine 5, and then suddenly I will become extremely interested in using UEVR.
I might upgrade my GPU then. Just set my PC on fire and just get another one. But yeah, I don't think it'll be. Sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. I was just going to go off on a little tangent, but
no, I was just going to say I got like a 2070 and i7 716 RAM and Z390 gaming, whatever. And it does everything all right. It does everything. I can play everything in VR. It's like it's the middle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not really anymore. Anyway, I don't feel I need to upgrade it just yet. That money I'll spend on that stuff that's more important. To be honest, do you know what I mean? Like real life stuff. So,
like drugs and hookers.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell people about that.
Oh, sorry.
All my channel membership goes to drugs and hookers.
Oh, so like what I meant was vapes and dirty kebabs.
Yeah.
that I tell you what, man, I was telling my wife about that dirty kebab that we had, and I was like, oh my god, it was just disgustingly fantastic.
A dirty kebab. That sounds like
it was that twice fried cheesy chip fucking
burger.
That's it, yeah. Fuck, that was amazing.
That is literally around the corner. I might just walk off this podcast now, go there and get one.
I might drive down 3.5 hours just to come and get it. I've just got my car back. I've just got my car back.
Yeah.
Oh my god! 4 months of being in the shop getting fixed.
To an Indian mechanic, and
fuck.
4 months later, he's still got a flat tire.
Yeah. Oh my god! It's actually in the garage now on charge. There she is. She's back. She is back. Or so to say, he is back. Oh my god! I'm so excited. I literally haven't driven him for 4 months. Oh god. So expensive though. I'm retired. I can't afford shit like that anymore.
You're getting rid of it, right? You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell him. So if anybody wants an extremely well maintained and loved 986 Porsche Boxster S Gen 2, make me an offer. Fuck, I don't really want to sell him, but I think I'm gonna have to. That's UEVR done. I'm just crossing stuff off my list.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars Squadrons.
That's like 50p, isn't it, or something?
It's 95% off in the Steam VR sales, in the Steam sales, right now. Go and buy it. Like literally,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I played the campaign when I got it, and I fucking loved it. I played multiplayer once, and I kicked the shit out of most of the people, but I never played it since. But it's such a great. If you're into Star Wars, like, it's great. I'm into Star Wars, 80s Star Wars. Not anything past that because it's shit. Basically. Especially since Disney took over. That's a whole other story.
We like the Mandalorian, right? So when Star Wars Squadrons came out, and I was in VR, and there's a bit where you switch from being a rebel to being an Imperial trooper, and you actually sat in the cockpit of a TIE fighter as it launches out of an Imperial Star Destroyer, and how old was I when it came out? 78. So I was 12, 11. My 11-year-old inner child jumped out of me and started screaming. It was just one of the most, even the noise, though, as you came out of the Imperial starship, I was just like, oh my God, that was so amazing. And graphically, it's amazing. The story is pretty good. The graphics, oh my God, the bit where you have to go to this Star Destroyer that's been stranded because you're trying to capture it, and you have to take out their, like, all their sort of laser pods and,
I don't remember that in that much detail. Sounds like you.
Yeah, there was like a Star Destroyer, but it was like over a red planet, and it was like this beautiful like sort of yellow vista around it, and you had to go in and like take out its oh.
And it's multiplayer. So if you've got Steam VR,
Yeah, and it's
buy it.
multiplayer. I actually found out that I am the world's worst starship pilot. I am basically Han Slobo, like the slightly older, fatter, useless brother of Han Solo. Han Slow-mo. I played the multiplayer, but I was crap at it. But I enjoyed it, so
yeah. Yeah, I did pretty good in it. It was really good fun. Just the immersion of being inside it is really, really good. Right, so what about your new best friend, Contractors Showdown?
Can I just like? There's somebody in my chat just asked me about the Halo TV show. Can we talk about that? I mean, I know it's not VR related.
I'll just mute you.
Okay. I guess Indy basically watched the first 10 minutes of the first episode of the first series and didn't watch any more. But I'm a massive Halo geek, so I watched the first series and thought it was really good because, like, a lot of people complaining, there's not a lot of action, right? It's not Halo the video game. It's Halo about Master Chief, and that kind of the story arc was I kind of enjoyed it. The second one, I've just watched the third episode, where anyway, I won't sort of give any plot spoilers away.
Where my viewers just leave.
Yeah. But basically, if you're a Halo fan, this is the start of the invasion of Reach. So, which was done in Halo Reach, where the team were trying to evacuate Master Chief. So this is actually the start of the invasion of Reach. And it just starts at the end of episode 3. So the first 3 episodes weren't very good because I think they saved their budget for the last 5 episodes. I'm hoping so because, it's going to kick off. And yeah, so that in answer to your question, Mike, yes, I have seen it. I loved the first series. I love the guy who's playing Master Chief. I think they've got him right. I think because he's a big fella. But yeah, okay. So sorry, what did we want to? Oh, Contractors Showdown. Sorry, this is turning into like you're just throwing questions at me and let me fucking waffle on. Have you played
Halo? You just.
I know. Sorry. I did because Mike GC because I was talking about UEVR and if Halo came out in UEVR, I'd be on that. And then obviously Mike asked whether I'd be whether I'd seen the Halo TV series. Yes, I have. I've read all the books as well. Right. You haven't played Contractors Showdown because you haven't got access to it yet, have you?
No. And I applied for it because I wanted to play it. I was going to wait till it releases, but because we were going to talk about it in here,
yeah,
I thought, all right. And I need a PUBG. I need a Population 1 new version and stuff. So
yeah. Okay.
I've heard mixed reviews though.
You've heard mixed reviews?
Mm.
Oh, okay. From
reliable
sources?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll give a bit of background then. During the summer drought last year, me, Tassos, Power On, and Fitz played a lot of Warzone DMZ, which is the Call of Duty battle royale similar, but it's like an extraction shooter. So you jump in, you loot, you collect stuff, you do missions, you might run into other teams, and at the end you need to get out on a helicopter. And we absolutely loved it. We played it like solidly for 6 months. I absolutely loved it. So the lazy comparison is that Contractors Showdown is basically that mode in Call of Duty. It's the battle royale mode. You know, you jump in, you loot, you try and kill the other teams. If you get to the final circle and get the chicken dinner, then you're out of there. So I've played about 8 hours now, I think, and it is really good. It is really, really good already. Already, it's pretty slick. So, do you remember?
I started a poll asking people if they think it's any good. Who's played it?
Yes, 100%. Oh, damn it!
It is 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I immediately got those Warzone vibes from it, and I was like, oh yes, because Contractors does Call of Duty better than any other VR game, I think, because they're like the community have really sort of doubled down on the Call of Duty sort of. If you get Contractors and go into the mod sort of section of it, they've basically remade every single multiplayer map from Call of Duty down to the last helicopter blade. It's pretty fucking amazing. And I just got this great vibe from Showdown. It's different to Contractors because there's more things to do. You have this like little device on your chest and you have to pull it off your chest. That can bring up your map. You've got a little pointer on it so you can mark people. If you press buttons, you can change between like you pick up perks like mortar strikes and detection devices, and you can swap between them just by pressing a button and then hold the trigger. Like you can point where you want the mortar strike to go. There was a really great match we had where we actually ended up third, didn't win, where Tassos got killed behind me in a building. As I was running out of it, I took my device off, basically pointed the mortar strike behind me, pressed the button, kept running. It killed the guy who'd killed Taz. And then I went to one of the revive machines and I brought Taz back, and he parachuted in, landed, and then got killed because Taz is a lunatic. And if he sees people, he's just like, I must kill them. I am Taz the Destroyer. But it's really good. The movement takes a bit of getting used to, because if you play Population 1 and you're running towards a high wall, you would reach your hand up and grab and vault the wall doing that. Yeah. Okay, so in Contractors, if there's a high wall, you run towards it, you press jump, and then you just hold the grip button. Don't have to move your hands. Just hold the grip button, and you automatically vault. You see what I mean?
Isn't there an option to just grip it and just vault over? It's like arcadey, basically.
Yeah. They're right. So there are so many options on how you want to play the game in the settings. It's like you can basically tailor the game. If you play Population 1, you can tailor the game to play very similar to Population 1. So I'm trying to learn how to play Contractors the way they want you to. So if you're running towards a building and there's a window, you can hold the grip button before you get to the window. And if you're moving fast enough, you will just vault through the window. It's really clever. And it makes the movement really, really slick. If you run towards the edge of a cliff and jump, your parachute comes straight up and you can parachute. So your parachute will move you left and right, but it won't turn you. But you can use the snap turn. Yeah. You can let go of the parachute, skydive in, parachute off right like literally 30 meters off the ground, skate in through a window, hold the grip button through the window into a room, pick up a gun, and you're ready to fight. I think once you get used to it, it's going to be super slick. I mean, I was watching on YouTube, I was watching Awakened Toast, who's obviously a pretty decent FPS player, and he was playing with some of his friends, and they just made the movement look, I mean, it just looked fucking incredible. They just never seemed to stop moving, whereas I'd be like, oh, what button do I press?
Is he playing on a Mindex?
No, I think he sold his Mindex. He's playing on Quest now. I don't
know. Yeah. I mean, I'll see if I get into the beta or whatever. Next week is the open, whatever, end of the 1st of March, I think.
Yeah. So, like, just give a quick overview.
Yeah.
There's a closed beta going on now. When it opens on a Friday, closes on a early Monday morning, so you can play all over the weekend. On the 1st of March, there will be an open beta where you just have to go and download the game and you can play. I'm not sure whether they're going to restrict it to the weekends or whether they're going to open it up for the whole week. We'll soon find out. But one thing I would like to say is it's 64 players, and every single time I've played, there's been 64 players in the server. Right? So if there aren't 64 players in the server, they'll populate it with bots. I landed once, shot this guy. I was like, fucking hell, that's a bot. And then I looked at the list and there was like 63 players and I just killed the one bot that was there. And that was my one kill in the whole game. But I'm excited because it's not Population 1. It's a different game to Population 1. But it doesn't have that dynamic movement, the climbing that Population 1 has, but it does have the parachuting and the gliding and the looting.
Yeah. I like the games where you just go in with nothing.
Yeah.
Is there an SKS? Can you just get an SKS without a sight, without a scope or anything?
I don't think there's an SKS, but there is a... No, there isn't. There's an SKS. Is it an SKS or is it like the M14 version, like the EBR? And you don't have when you pick the gun up, it doesn't have a sight. You have to find the sights and put them on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can play over iron sights. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's like it's kind of going to be like a sort of, it's going to be like a sort of Ghost of Tabor feeling of like going in with nothing.
Yeah.
But with that Population 1 sort of battle royale feeling as well. I mean, I came away hugely positive. I'm excited. I think that's going to take up a lot of my time over the summer.
Okay, couple of things. Are there backpacks? Because me and Silver need to make some more videos.
Yeah, there's backpacks.
Okay. SKS and a backpack, Silver. Let's go. There's an SKS. Oh, Bluebell. So there is an SKS.
Oh, there is an SKS. Right. Okay. I wasn't too sure. Right. So the way it works is it works the same way as Tabor, where you take the backpack off, and when you let go of it, it stays there. So you have, I think, 9 slots. People probably quote me on this. You have 9 slots in your backpack, so you can carry ammunition, grenades, health. There's like bandages. There's like first aid. There's a self-revive kit. If somebody gets shot and goes down, you can take their revive kit and revive them. It's pretty cool. And on the right side of the backpack, there's 4 slots. So in that, you can have a backpack extension. You can have an armor extension because you start off with 2 plates in your armor. And this is really cool. So when you get shot and you lose your armor, if you have plates in your backpack, if you put your hand here, the plate will appear, and you have to put the plate into your armor. It's so cool. So if you get the armor upgrade, you can actually put 3 plates in, and then there's like rifle upgrades, sniper upgrades. So you put these into your slots in your backpack, which means you can carry more ammo for either your rifle or your sniper or whatever, or your grenade, or you want more grenades, or yeah, it just works really well. It's just going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, and with the Quest 3 buttons over the touch of the index thing, oh man, like the Quest 3, like I found it's really cool. Obviously because the lenses, it's totally different to the index. But when it comes to competitive stuff and fast kind of fluid movements, I'm so used to it, all the finger stuff. That's where it lacks.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I've forgotten about this because I sold my index a long time ago. So I remember when we were like in our Population 1 days that I wouldn't, if I was playing with you, I would not play on my Quest 2. I would play on my index.
Yeah.
Because I would run it at 144 hertz.
Yes.
With the index controllers, because it was more like the tracking is better and it's more granular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, the Quest 3, the tracking is you know, for what it is, it's pretty good. It is really good. It's about the best you can get without base stations. Yeah. So I think you're going to enjoy it. So Tassos, I've only played with Tassos so far, and he's playing on the PC Steam version, and he says it looks beautiful. I've only played on the Quest 3 version. The Quest 3 version looks quite good. The scopes are really well done in contractors, so even though I'm playing on the Quest 3, I don't feel like I'm disadvantaged at a distance because the scopes work really well. I had a DMR with a 4x scope, and we had these guys trapped in the house, and every time he popped his head up, I was like banging headshots into him. So, and that's on the Quest 3.
Does it have bullet drop?
Yes. And it had, so you have to lead your shots.
No, but does it have bullet drop?
Yeah, it has bullet drop, and so if somebody's running, you can't shoot at them, you have to shoot in front of them.
Oh, that's good. Okay, then. That's what I want. I don't want that hand-holding shit.
Yeah, it's realistic. There's no, like, pull the trigger, bullet immediately goes to exactly where you're pointing. Now, there was a guy running across the bridge. He must have thought, oh, this guy's obviously the worst fucking shot in the world. Because I had I think I had an EBR or something like that, like a DMR rifle with an ACOG. And I was trying to get used to leading the shots. And basically I was like, oh, he's running in a straight line and not varying what he was doing. So I was like, all right, okay, bang, okay, bang, okay, bang, okay, I've hit him. And then bang, bang, I hit him like another 3 or 4 times. So there's like a skill curve. There was a guy have you ever seen Generation Kill? Never seen Generation Kill?
Probably. Is it an 80s movie or?
No, it's a TV series about the Iraq invasion. And they've got this guy from Playboy who is been embedded into the Marines, into a recon section. And it's just like his story about all the shit that this recon section goes through. So there's a scene where he's told to go down this street. So he's like running from side to side, and they're all like stood there watching him. It's like, what are you doing? He's like, I was told I have to zigzag. I have to zigzag. So I was up on this hill, and there was a guy running. So I shot at him, and he started to zigzag.
Yeah,
I was like, that's really effective because I actually can't shoot you, because I must have wasted about 20 rounds trying to hit him. No, it's really good. It's definitely a skill based first person shooter. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll need to jump into it to be honest, because I'll give you my opinion there whenever I play, and we'll do it on here.
Yeah, okay, mate. We need to get faced, and then we can get Team Tryhard back together.
Yeah, and Tassos is he said something about Nightmare Apocalypse difficulty. Ask you about that from today, or Apocalypse.
Yeah, we were trying to play Arizona Sunshine Apocalypse difficulty. Unfortunately, with Tassos, he gets very, 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 very excited and runs off by himself, and he like, dude. I'm just going to read this because I think Ryan B has played it, so that type of bit annoying. Paradise Decay. Weeble's applied. He hasn't heard anything.
Tassos is trying to sell Veil to me. He's trying to sell us Veil.
Who's this? Sorry, Tassos. No,
we haven't talked about Veil.
I'm not interested. Yeah. We can talk about Veil. Right. Okay. Yeah. So hold on. Ryan B says, yeah, absolutely amazing. Yes, bullet drop is excellent. Sniping reminds me of Battlefield 2. Okay, that's pretty good. Right, so Tassos is trying to get you to play Veil, which is
Tassos gets very overexcited about games.
1.0 has just released onto Quest.
Yeah.
Okay. You played Veil?
Yes.
Okay. When?
It was a while ago, a very while ago.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was all that, and I don't think it's changed. But I don't, from what I've seen, it's not my kind of game.
No.
It's just full of like people have been playing that since before it released, and then when you get on there, obviously the same with any other game, but it's highly competitive, and I like those sort of games, but it's too the same as most. I don't see what's different. Like,
No.
it doesn't stand out for me.
No.
There's like boots on the ground, and there's no, aim your gun and point and shoot, and the environments aren't the best.
Unfortunately, Tassos has been banging
What's
on.
he doing now?
No, he's banging on at me to play Veil. He's like said, no, you need to play it. Like the new version is really, really good. The problem is, I don't particularly like. This is after we've been talking about Contractor Showdown for like 20 minutes. I don't like PvP games. I don't want to have to learn another PvP game. I don't want to have to learn another way of reloading my gun. I don't. And I didn't. Oh, hey, Bob. Bob. Hey, Rob. How you doing, mate? Fucking Bob. Hello, Bob.
Please, Bob. Please, Bob.
Please, Bob. I'm not interested in another PvP 5 versus 5 shooter. It doesn't interest me. Showdown interests me. I'm excited about Showdown. And I'd rather just go and play that. Sorry. Tass. Yeah. I did tell you.
I'd like to, yeah. Because I look at games differently to people. I don't know. I have a different view for some reason or the other. So I'll see. Because like when people hype a game a lot, that just makes me think. And when from what you told me, it sounds wicked. But when there's all this hype, like it's usually something that is not as good as everyone's made it out to be. Yeah. And hopefully I'll eat my words, because I need a fucking good multiplayer game to play. Like Population 1 is like been out for so long. I've played like 8,000 games. I know it's not loads compared to most people, but that's a lot of fucking games.
Yeah.
And it's still fun in little doses. Like I streamed it yesterday. But I need something new. Yeah. Like I always wanted a PUBG. I want the long range. I want the kind of loot shooter where you have to loot stuff, grab shit and all that kind of stuff. It hasn't got any. Once you've won, that's it. You start again fresh. Jump in naked, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like a war where you collect all these guns and don't fucking do anything with them.
No.
Yeah.
No, you basically every time you jump in, you are. So like you could, yeah. So you jump in, you are completely fucking helpless until you land and get a gun. If you land and you don't have a gun, somebody lands in front of you, you've got a gun, you're fucking dead, and it's a wipe. Once you've got a gun and some money, you can buy insurance, so that if you get killed, if you get respawned, or you get your teammate buy you in again, you can come back in with a pistol, or if you buy the advanced insurance, you come back in with an AK. But that is it. That is it. Once you die in game, you lose everything. If they respawn you, because you can buy people back, you can go to like buy stations and buy people back in. So like, say we got into a fight, you got killed, and then you got knocked, because you can get knocked like in Warzone and then try and crawl away. But if you get killed, we can actually go to a buy station and buy you back in if we have enough money, and then you parachute back in, but you've got fuck all. So so you know, if you've bought perks and extra armor and all that sort of stuff, it's gone. It's pretty cool. It is basically just Call of Duty Battle Royale.
I never liked this Call of Duty multiplayers. When you put it like that, fuck it, I'm not playing. Cancelling my fucking beta application.
All right. No. This is what it is. It's Population 1 mixed with PUBG. So it has all the mechanics of PUBG. It has a lot of the similar mechanics to Population 1, but it just doesn't have that gliding thing. It's another climbing thing, sorry. It has the parachutes instead.
I was talking to someone about that yesterday while we were playing, and they were like, it's the gliding and flying around that just makes it stand out from all the other games.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
you can kind of do that in your contractors thing, because you can jump off with a parachute and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there's like these sort of air raid balloons, and you can like zip line up them and use them to fly off. You know, like that glitch in Population 1 where you used to do the thing with the wooden plank and you'd fucking shoot up in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's legal.
All right. I'm gonna play it.
No, dude, I'm so excited for Contractor Showdown.
Even like you and Shu were like, "Oh, Arizona Sunshine, just buy it." Before it even came out, you were saying to people, and I played it, and I was like, "It's just more the fucking same with the dog."
In co-op.
No, it always boils down to co-op. I know, but I'm more of a single player person.
No, you need to play it in co-op. Co-op makes it just so much more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, Arizona Sunshine 2 is after the Falls co-op single player campaign with a dog.
Yeah, but then it still gets samey after.
Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, but I think the thing about Contractor Showdown I like is I've been so close to getting a win so many times, and I fucked up because I've panicked, and it's like like when you like when you need to learn how you need to learn how to be slick with the game. So you get the sorry, somebody said something funny. So you get the reloads sort of sorted, and then you get the movement sorted, but then you've got like the use of the gadgets as well, and then you've got use of like health and bandages and all the little things, the little subtleties. It's really well balanced. It's so good. Even in beta, it's going to be incredible when it releases. Yeah. Honestly, it is.
But do you know why I laughed? It's because when you said you got to get used to the slick with the game. When I was playing Pop 1 yesterday with the Quest 2, I was looking at my hands and looking to make sure I reloaded and shit. Because I'm so confident with the index. You just know. You just keep moving, run, fly while you reload, climb. And it was just like, yeah, that's why I laughed. Because I was like, yesterday, I was like, I know, I just need to play it more. And then it will kind of get better. So the Contractor Showdown, everyone, that's going to be in the 1st of March, I think it was, isn't it? The open beta. Yeah. And only a few people can stream it right now, so we won't be covering it.
I would just like to point out, right, so I've got access to the Quest version. Mm-hmm. I spoke to the developer on the Discord channel and said, I'm a content creator, I prefer to have access to the Steam version. Mm-hmm. And he said to me that the Steam version... Steam aren't handing out keys at the moment, so they're going to have a workaround. So if you've applied and you haven't got access, it's because there's a problem currently getting access to the beta. You might have to be patient and wait 2 weeks until the open beta comes on the 1st of March. I mean, I asked a developer directly, and I couldn't get access to Steam. So, just... please be patient. On the 1st of March, it will go into open beta where you can just download it and you'll be able to play. It's really slick already. It's going to be the Population 1 for 2024. Definitely, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think Pop want to do something to counteract it, kind of. Also, I watched a video of a friend of mine took part in, and it's a guy hacking in Population 1.
Right.
And he was filming people's streams as he did it. It was fucking hilarious. This kid, I'll have to find the video and just share it on my Discord. It's just really funny, like, and it's just like the people having a go at him, like, like properly, like, saying shit to him. And it's funny. You're frozen though.
Yeah, no, my OBS has spazzed out. Right, reconnection successful. Is it okay?
No, you're still doing your blinky blink. Hold on.
Okay, give me a second. I need to go for a Jimmy anyway, so just give me a second.
There you go. You're back.
Right. Give me a sec.
All right. So most people Unpaid testing.
Oh,
There's a lot of people.
am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, Evil Kingus is on his little.
I know he's on his little free.
Yeah.
I know. I don't care. I don't care because Contractor Showdown is so good. All I want to do is make sure that they get it right, so that when it comes out, we can all have a good time. Honestly, I know you're a bit cynical about this, Evil, but if I can get involved in the game and play it and enjoy it and improve it at the same time, so that when it releases, everybody else has a better time, I'm up with that. I'm not a free. Okay. So the reason, right? So I got kind of caught up in the genotype hype, because we were quite close to the developers. I think you were in the same group, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were quite close to the developers of genotype, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that." And we were like, "Oh yeah, that's really good. It's really good." And we got like it wasn't even an alpha. It was like a pre-alpha. And I played and I thought, fuck, Jesus, this is bad. And it was really, really bad. So we gave feedback and the game improved. And by the time it got to beta, it was a lot better. It wasn't the final product that you saw when it got released, but it was better. And then about a couple of weeks before it got released, the developers opened up the private Discord that we had to a load of other, shall we say, bigger YouTube channels. We won't mention any names. And we basically got fucking forgotten about.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
I mean, that's going to happen, though. Yeah. Of course it's going to happen, though, because end of the day, the developer wants to get the maximum exposure.
Yeah. But
it is.
I actually got the opportunity about a month ago to... The developers of Genotype reached out to me and said, "Oh, how do you feel about this?" And I basically said, "You treated us like a bunch of fucking wankers. I'm never ever going to get involved in your game ever again." Because we basically, like Evil King has said, we did a load of free beta testing for you, gave you a load of feedback. As soon as the game was due to be released, you opened up the private beta to a load of bigger YouTubers than we are. And we just basically got fucked off. And he did actually apologize to me and said, "Yeah, I realized we kind of cocked up there because, yeah, we may have got more exposure, but we kind of lost our integrity." I think he did actually say integrity. Which is, which is fair. And you know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to mention any names, but he actually is a pretty solid guy, and has since then redeemed himself. He's making me a walking stick. Would you believe?
What the fuck are you doing for me? Hold on a second. You put him in touch with me so I can help him out with all this camera stuff. He didn't apologize to me, the prick.
Well, he's coming to the UK, so he's going to do a few travel vlogs, so you can join him.
I'll have my baseball bat ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good fun. Okay, so are we done with Contractor Showdown?
Yeah, we're done with that.
Okay. I just want to say, right, I don't care. It is so good already, even in beta. The beta is actually in 0.8.0, and it's so slick. There's a few problems, like when you drop stuff on the ground. Like, remember the Ghost of Tabor thing where you drop the guns on the ground? They used to fucking scuttle away into the ground.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's kind of happening at the moment. If people want to give you stuff, you can't see it in their hands, and they have to say, right, I'm dropping it 3, 2, 1, and you have to grab, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. If it hits the ground, it's fucking gone. Just small little niggles. These things can get sorted out. Everything else is pretty slick. It's pretty well done. Yeah.
I asked somebody, who did I ask anyway, about that SKS in Tabor, and they were like, only a certain range is accurate or something now. And I was like, did they put that in the patch notes? Because I got pretty pissed off.
Yeah, that's right. Because that was your thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's still shit.
Yeah.
But, so it's just another side note. I wish they actually said they did that. Because it's just, it's fucking same as any other, not the same as any other game. Like the fact that it's still only got half that map. I did love that map. I want the whole fucking map, and I might play it again. But it's not. I played it a lot, and I did some videos, and I know I can get some really good content out of it. If I jumped in with like Silver and we did some challenges, and that'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, can you? I I think I streamed about 200 hours of it, maybe more.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of, Ghost of Tabor live streams with you and with Fitz and with Tassos, which obviously ended in chaos. I did some live streams with you on the island.
Yep.
And then there was a point where I spawned in. We were like, oh, okay, this is great. This is absolutely fantastic. Right. But people learned where the spawn points were, and they were just sitting up on the hills with sniper rifles, and as soon as you spawned in, you would just get shot in the head. And I was like, no, that's not fun to me. I actually enjoyed Silo more because I think you had more of a chance in the close quarter stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very popular game. Like it's the only VR game that I've seen, apart from the obvious ones, that has always got people watching on Twitch.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to look at Walking Dead, his channel. I mean, he's like...
Yeah, he's at 1,000. He's hit about 500 on Twitch.
Yeah. So
yeah. So the game's doing well. It's doing well. It's just released on Steam Quest as well. So
yeah.
Yeah. I just wish I could have my SKS back. I would play that game so much more. I literally put it down when they made it, like when they took hard mode away. I just put it down.
Yeah, so I'm just catching up with my chat. What showdown? I'm a big fan. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's in the chat. Hey, Stevie. Oh, you can't see me, can you?
That's horrible, Max.
Have you seen Stevie Wonder's wife? Neither has he. Right, there you go. Okay, so we've done Arizona Sunshine. All right, so we're going to talk about something personal to you. The moment you decided that you were going to part with your beloved Murmur Mindex. So if anybody doesn't know, we started this Murmur Mindex thing because Indy would always say, oh, it's better on the index. And I'd go, Murmur. And he started going Murmur Mindex. So that's where the Murmur Mindex thing came from. So how are you? So it's been gone for like 4 months now?
December, mate. 2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah. So how are you? Right. Did you make the right decision? That's the question.
I haven't played enough VR to even answer that question. With pop one and first person shooters, no. So I was in the mind of like, all right, so I'll sell it. I don't play pop one that much; it doesn't matter. But when I did play pop one, I really did know it did matter.
Yeah.
144 hertz and the grips and stuff. and the the tracking. And yeah, I noticed it yesterday. I was looking at my gun. I mean, that's all muscle kind of memory. I'll get used to the Quest 2, 3. Head strap wise, I don't like it, even with the Bobo. Lenses wise, yeah, it's better.
Yeah, the sweet spot's amazing on the Quest 3.
The lenses, yeah, games look totally different. I just, yeah, again, it boils down to I'll take that old Index if they just said, look, here's some lenses, put them in there and fucking make it like the Quest 3 pancake lenses. That'll be fine with me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do regret it in some ways when it comes to those sort of games, and that virtual desktop problem I had yesterday, and I'm just like, I don't have these problems with the fucking Index ever. It was just plug and fucking play, and that is it. And now virtual desktops decided to say, oh, you haven't got gigabits and gigatits and whatever else. It's just like the middle of a stream, and I just started streaming, and people were meeting up with me in game, and I was just like, for fuck's sake, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But so you must feel liberated by not having a wire.
It doesn't make a difference to me because I'm still in the same fucking seat.
Oh, yeah, I forget you play seated, don't you?
Most of the time, yeah. I don't have a lot. You've seen the room I've got. I mean, it's not a lot of room to move around.
You have no room. You have no room at all. Yeah, I couldn't even squeeze in for a bit of cuddling.
That's a good point, Googly. I have got a wire, but then I was thinking I might get a longer wire. I've still got the pulley system up top.
So I'm just showing people my space. My space is a little bit bigger. Oh, sorry, not that one.
Oh, that's when he filmed himself touching himself. Yeah, so I've still got the pulley system. So I was thinking I've got a wire, but it's not long. I used to do it googly, so I might get a wire. I don't know. Let me see if the Steam Link works, how it works with have you tried Steam Link with Revive, Mac?
I haven't, no, sorry, mate.
So yeah, I'll have to try it and test. This is the thing, so it's just a waste of my fucking time. If I had a wide index, I'd just be cracking on with gaming. 144.
I have to say, actually, when I was playing Resident Evil 4, because I have the Kiwi, you've got the same as me, you've got the Kiwi version 2 cable management, haven't you? Yeah. When I was playing Resident Evil 4, I completely forgot about the cable. If you have a decent cable management system, or like you can play, but you just have to remember that every half an hour you have to take your headset off and fucking let it spin for a bit. Oh, because I've done too many right turns. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, when it comes to how the games look, it wins. Sound, I was playing Pop 1. I was like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah.
If people are going to say, no, they index the Quest 3, it's an upgrade from the Quest 2 audio. But
it is.
If you haven't used an index, even with the controlling stuff, you will not. You like the difference of like a speaker hovering over your ear and the little tiny little noises of people walking in the distance and the little thuds and little thing that you pick up. It's totally fucking different.
I agree with you absolutely 100%. The audio solution on the Valve Index is purely and simply the best I've ever done. I mean, I use earbuds when I'm playing VR, but because the Index speakers are held off your ear, you get that directional audio, which you can't get from something that's actually in your ears, even from like headphones like these. The audio solution on the Index is just they should patent that and then sell it to other companies because it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. And I'm not going to move this onto the Index 2. Oh, actually, let's just do a quick. Let's get out of the fucking way. That fake Index thing.
The Prism. It was bullshit because it was basically a PC on your head.
Crash told me he went straight onto his bank account and he's trying to figure out a way to explain to his missus how he needs it more than they need to feed themselves.
Oh God, Index 2 then.
Yeah, there's no point talking about it because I'm fucking sick to death of all this fucking high talk and talk. It's been going on for so many years. Do you remember when I got my Index a month or so before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, don't get it
No,
because
don't,
the
because
fucking Index 2. So
was
yeah,
that
and
two,
even yeah,
that was like 2 years ago.
2.5 years ago. Even Mo Beast has picked one up in the last 6 months, and he's fucking loving it.
Yeah. No, I have to. I mean, I've told you on numerous occasions. I absolutely regret selling my Index. I do. I absolutely regret selling. I sold my Index to get a Pico Neo 3 Link.
That's even worse. Like that makes me feel better, Mac. To be honest. What was your thoughts on that headset, by the way?
Oh God. So it had the DisplayPort connection. It had good LCD. It had a good It had good LCD panels. That was a fucking mistake. It was a fucking mistake. Yeah, the headset was pretty much there, but the UI and everything else about it was just fucking broken. It's like even up to the point where I sold it to get rid of it. You couldn't play Half-Life Alyx because you were hovering a foot off the ground. They never ever broke. They never ever fixed that problem. They never fixed it.
Pico Neo 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I know a lot of arcades that use that.
Yeah. It's no, it was just that was a bad decision.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'll have to get used to the Quest 3 playing Pop 1. Not that I play that much. All I'm saying is this is what I've noticed. The only thing for me that is better is the lenses.
Yeah.
And obviously it's wireless.
Yeah.
I think what else is better on that than the Index?
So I think the Quest 3 is the best value VR headset on the market by far. The tracking's great. The lenses are great. The pancake lenses, like
Norman's here, by the way.
Hey Norman from the Bermuda Triangle. He's the only person that could afford the fucking Prism.
And the Vision Pro.
Yeah. No, the Quest 3 is, I think, without a doubt, the best value headset. It does everything really well. Doesn't do anything exceptionally well. It just does everything really well. Tracking's good. Screens are good. Pancake lenses are good. Comfort's okay if you get a decent head strap. Battery's a bit shit. Yeah, it's. I mean, I use it for Automobilista. It's the tracking in Automobilista. You're not using that fast twitch sort of population one tracking that you need. You're just basically staring almost straight ahead all the time, and then using my sim rig, which is over there. I found it to be okay on Contractors Showdown. It's okay. It's good.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
No, you summed it up there. It's all
right. I was in this situation in Pot 1 yesterday, and as soon as it happened, I killed someone and then I died. I was like, I said it out loud to the chat. I said, if I had the Index, I wouldn't have died there for sure, and I would have killed him a little bit earlier. And it's just like,
hey? Because you had heard.
No, just like the response to the buttons.
Oh, right, okay.
My kind of body movement, like adapt. It's like me and the Mindex for one. Do you know what I mean? So it's weird. It's hard to explain, but I will be like that with the Quest 3 at some point. That's got to keep playing.
You've basically turned into the Borg. You have been assimilated by the Mindex. Resistance is futile.
Isn't that from Star Wars or something?
Oh, fuck off, you dick. You know.
Okay, so What were we talking about for that? Oh, can I quickly
Life,
say something?
Life Without Mindex.
Yeah. So, I don't play as much VR. It's kind of gone quieter for me for what I do. There is stuff out there, but there's just so much shit, and Steam VR is not looking too promising at the moment.
No, it isn't.
And
If you
said this to someone. Yeah, go
no, I'm just going to put up a. Yeah, I'm going to put up a screen on my. Okay, so this is so going back to what you're saying, this is the upcoming VR games for 2024. So I'm just going to go through the list, and you just when you hear a name that interests you, just say stop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So February. Bootstrap Island. You've played that, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. That interests me because I want to see more of what it's about.
Okay. Doesn't interest me. Tiger Blade. You played that as well, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Stranger Things.
Tiger Blade's good fun. Stranger Things. I watched season 1, watched 2 episodes of season 2, and I said, "Fuck this shit! I'm not wasting my time anymore."
All right. So they are not following the characters from. They're not following the kids. They're following Vecna from the 4th series. Okay. Operation Serpents. I've already played it on Quest.
It's been out for like 10 years.
Yeah, I know. Beat the Beats VR, Rock and Roots, Heart Shots. See you. Not even interested. Mixture, Swarm 2, Pirate Queen,
Pirate Queen's more of a narrative story. Oh,
Akar. That rings a bell.
Yeah, I can't remember why, but that does ring a bell. Something.
Yeah, Max Mustard. I'm excited for Max Mustard.
That game is going to be good.
Yeah, it is going to be good.
I know that much just by looking at it.
Yeah, it's going to be an old school 3D platformer in VR. It's going to be fucking great. Madison. Now, you don't like horror games, do you?
No, I like horror games. They just don't scare me. So Madison is something I want to play.
Okay. Right, Discronia. There's like about 20 million episodes of Discronia. Not interested. Level Up Your Body. Not blah, blah, blah. April. Sea Smash. Again.
Been out for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, you know.
Strike Rush. Umaragi. No, not interested. Tiny Art. No, and not interested. Right.
Tiny Island. Did you say?
No, Tiny Archers.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Q1 2024. Requisition VR? No.
That's already out on.
It's already
Steam.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Played it.
Not interested. Q2. Black Forge, Bobots, Crumbling, Eternal Battle, Gravity Royale, Max Mustard on PC VR and PSVR 2. Bare Knuckle Boxing. Zero Caliber 2. That's the only one. Q2 2024. Zero Caliber 2. That's the only one that interests me. Because I like the original.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me.
It's really good fun in co-op. Zero Caliber. It's really good. Okay, so...
Oh, no. Sorry, Zero... I'm thinking... Is that the shooting game?
Yeah, it's the...
We're going to Soul Calibur. Sorry, mate. I'm on
no. Zero Caliber, mate. Zero Caliber Reloaded. Yeah. That was really good fun. Right, okay, late 2024. Affected...
already been out, right? Was that Affected too?
The Beats. Contractors Showdown. That's... Yeah, we're expecting that. Demio Battle's already out. Drunko Dead 2. Get that. Ghost of Tabor on No, that's already out. Go Grim Fuck. Anything. Anything. Metro Awakening.
All I've seen is a trailer.
Yeah. So that's slated for late 2024.
November, December.
But they'll all come out at the same time. All the games you're interested in, like they did last year, like Ubisoft are complaining that Assassin's Creed Nexus didn't sell as many games as copies as it should have. That's because you fucking released it at the same time, the week before Asgard's Wrath 2 came out, and the week after something else really big came out. And oh man,
Arizona.
fucking
They're all together, all those games.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Arizona Sunshine. There's nothing.
So VR is just basically living off these indie devs that are
Hold
making
on,
this.
hold on. Jupitergrad 2
How many emails have you had from that guy?
on PSVR 2. I know he's very persistent.
Yes.
Into the Radius 2, late 2025. That's the only other game I'm interested in there.
Same here. Yeah, I'm interested in that.
That is shocking. That is shocking. How can they expect VR to survive with that diet of...
It's all down to the indie devs, mate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
All this indie app lab and Steam VR-ish. So PlayStation aren't doing any more. Well, they didn't say specifically VR, but they said they're not going to do any more first-party titles this year. But there's rumors of Astrobot 2.
We need something.
Yeah. I mean, I was on the phone to you, Mac, yesterday, and I was just scrolling because through my PlayStation library, and I was like, there's actually quite a few games I've got here that I haven't even turned on yet, and I haven't even completed. Like Horizon is one of the main ones, and I really need to finish that game.
I enjoyed Horizon, so I thought it was okay.
I really enjoy it because it's got bow and arrow, it's got arrow drop, and you climb. I enjoy it. I need to fucking play that, man. I need to just finish it.
Yeah, stream it. Do it.
I've got quite a few on there. To be honest, I've got keys from devs and I haven't even put the fucking game on because it's like when it released or something, I was just busy and stuff. So I do need to stream quite a few PSVR 2 games, but then not many people have a PSVR 2.
No, you're right. So with me, I get bombarded with please play my game, please play my game. I'm assuming you get the same thing, and I'm like,
yeah, but from probably luck that you get it from here and I get the fucking scrape the barrel. I was just joking. Go on.
No, I get fuck. I hate to say this, and we have talked about this before. It's indie developers making shit games.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not interested in another backyard bow fucking arrow game. I'm not interested in another
asset flip.
Tower defense.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is the thing, mate. All of the big AAA people, they play it safe. And it's only the indie people taking risks at the end of the day.
The best game I've played since the beginning of the year is Demeter. That absolutely blew me away. I showed my wife a clip that I put on Twitter or fucking something or other, where I was here in my game space, right? And you have to pick up Demeter and you have to move her to another area. But you have all these spinning boxes that have like 4 lasers sticking out of them. So as you start, there's only a couple. So there's like 2 or 3 lasers flying around. You just pick her up and you go. You just basically have to avoid her hitting the laser and then place her in a certain position. It's great. But there's like 4 or 5 places you have to take her to. And every time you do, another box gets activated. And at the end, it was like fucking Mission Impossible. You know that scene in Mission Impossible where there's all the fucking lasers and Tom Cruise is doing this? And his arse is doing that. It was like that. I was holding Demeter, and like the lasers were like fucking, and I'm like, oh, don't kill her. And that's the first time in a long time that I've actually been like drawn into a game. And the great thing was that it was in augmented reality, so it was actually in my play space. It was just that's actually I think
more of that.
Yeah, we do. So my game of the year from January, because of the updates, has been Ultima Ballista, because Ultima Ballista has fucking changed from being a game.
Yeah.
No, Ultima Ballista is like 4 years old, but they've basically fixed it. It was broken, and they kind of taken 4 years to fix it, and now it's fixed. And the big fix was the AI, because if you're a racer, you understand. So you're going into a sequence of corners. There's a right, left, right. So if I'm going to overtake this guy, I need to be on the inside for the first right, the outside for the left, but the inside for the next right. So you try and position your car so that the opponent that you're trying to overtake takes the outside line so you can go inside. Now, Automobilista, the AI understands what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So before, you would just like pull up behind them, move to the right, they would move to the left. You would have the inside line, the outside line, the inside line. You'd overtake them. Fucking easy. Now, they take the inside line and you have to go around the long way, and you're like, fuck. And it's fucking genius. So my year has been basically taken up with Automobilista, but I think that Demeter is, apart from Automobilista, is the best game I've played this year. It is really good. It is.
I keep looking at Gran Turismo. I know we need to do some of those books.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy playing that game. I need to go in and just play, go through some of those book things, whatever the fuck it is, and do those races. Because I know you've got the 40, 100 million, 90 wanker set up now. So you've just been like, oh, what was it? Like Gran Turismo who? That's what you are right now, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I love Gran Turismo. I love Gran Turismo, but Gran Turismo is a game about collecting cars. It's not about racing cars. So Automobilista, you can adjust the aggression and the AI. So I'm not bragging, but I have to put the AI 110% to get a decent race. So, but with Gran Turismo 7, you don't qualify. You just start the race at the back of the grid. And then you have to try and pass everybody in 5 laps. And I don't find that interesting. I'm fascinated by the cars. I'm fascinated by the car culture because I'm a petrol head. I mean, I've just got my Porsche back from the garage. I've just got him back. Oh my God, he's fixed and he looks wonderful. And I had a little drive around, and it's just amazing. I love cars. Gran Turismo 7 is about love of cars, but Automobilista is about racing. And there's a difference.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played Automobilista, so...
Okay, well, we'll do a Gran Turismo stream. We'll jump in. We'll just do some shit stuff. Do some fun. Oh, yeah, the Fiat 500s around that ice circuit. I nearly had a heart attack playing that because I was laughing so much.
Yeah, I'll something stupid like because I told Fitz for ages that I'll do my last stream I did was before I sent my fucking second PSVR 2 back, and it was I bought the go-kart right at the end, and I promised him with the go-kart.
Yeah.
We need to sort it out then.
Okay, right, that's your job.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, what else are we talking about, Mac? Are we done? We've been going on for bloody 2 hours.
I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about, actually. Yes, I've talked about Star Wars, Bobo. Yeah, I'm done.
Cover quite a bit. I do need to get back. Like the PSVR 2 is a good headset. I do like using it.
It's a great headset, yeah.
The thing is, like, when people say there's a lack of games, what people don't realize is that a lot of those people have the Quest 3 or PCVR or both. So people who just got into VR for the first time, they think the PSVR 2's got fucking... Look at the library, or, you know, if it's your first time, or, you know, you played a friend's Quest, whatever, the PSVR 2, it's got enough there to keep people going who are new to VR for now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've got Horizon, they've got Gran Turismo, they've got Resident Evil 8, they've got Resident Evil 4.
I need to finish 4.
I'm the same. I need to go back and finish 8. After I played 4, which I honestly think is not just the best game in VR. I think it's one of the best games I've ever played. Because Resident Evil 4 was amazing. Resident Evil 4 in VR is fucking unbelievable on PSVR 2.
Okay. I don't see it yet. Am I missing something? Do I need
how far in are you?
I've just met that whining bitch and I've turned it off.
No, dude.
Keep playing.
Oh my god. Have you which one of the big bosses have you seen yet?
Just the one. That is it.
The guy in the quarry?
The church. There's a guy before the church.
Oh no.
Right, that's it. I'm really early, right? I guess.
Dude, you haven't even touched the end of your penis yet. You know, if you're gonna have a nice luxurious wank, you haven't even got the fucking lube out of the drawer yet.
Yeah.
It is so good.
How long do I have to put up with this stupid cow for?
No. Okay, so right.
Don't tell me any spoilers. Just say like an hour, 2 hours.
No, she's there. She's there basically all the time, and there's a point where you have to play as her. And I complained quite a lot about the fact that when she's following you, she sounds like she's rubbing one off, because obviously, yeah. So basically, there's points where Leon has to run, and they have to give you an audio cue that she's behind you, because you need to know she's behind you. So what she does is she goes, oh. And I said honestly sounds like Ashley's fucking rubbing one out constantly all the way through the game. But no, you honestly, dude, you haven't even scraped the surface.
Yeah. It just put me off. I need to just continue.
Yeah, it is. I honestly, hand on heart, as a gamer from like 1989. 1978 up to today, I think that Resident Evil 4 Remake in VR is not just the best game in VR. I think it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Okay, I need to play it then. Like Quinty's telling me to stream it after. I've been up since like 10 to 5, 4:30 or some shit, so I don't know if I'm going to. I
just wish there was co-op and I could come and join you, because it's so good.
One question, mate.
Okay.
Before we finish, did you ever play the Ghost Recon games before they got shit?
Yes.
Before Future Soldier?
Yeah, absolutely. Loved them.
Because I bought the first one with the 2 DLCs for like £4.
Okay.
And I haven't played them since 2001, and I can't wait to play those again. When
these
games are
these were like these are like hardcore.
You couldn't even see your gun. It's just theoretical.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like that was one I spent so much time in Ghost Recon, me and my mates back in the day, trying to get through the levels. It was so fucking hard.
Yeah.
But it was such a great game, and I just picked them up on Steam. I'm going to do a stream because the enemies are so hardcore as well.
Yeah.
And then once it got to Future Soldier, and then fucking it got Ubisofted, right?
Yeah.
I just fucking can't stand Ubisoft.
Well, it's the same with Splinter Cell. So Splinter Cell,
it's getting remade. The Splinter Cell franchise is getting remade.
No.
Yeah, as you can tell from behind me, since we last been on, I've been a bit of a flat screen wank. I've got some consoles on the go.
Was that a Switch, an Xbox, and a PlayStation 5?
Yeah, and I got a NES Mini with 500 odd games on it.
Oh, cool!
It's pretty much every game it's 900. Every game that was released, and then Mega Drive.
Is that an original?
No, that's the. Mini.
That's the Mini. Oh my god! Oh my god! Next time I come down to your house, I know what we're gonna play.
I think I've broken it. Yeah. Every time you've come round, they've just been sitting there. We haven't played them.
Yeah. Do you remember when you came up to my house and you just got your Switch OLED? And what was that shit fucking game we were playing? But it was so good. It was only 80. That was it. Oh my god. Dawn kept Mike so. we were in the kitchen because you didn't want to disturb my wife because she was watching the telly, and she kept coming in and going, "Are you all right?" Because I can hear shouting, and we were like, "Fuck off," because I had the little tiny controller, and you had the little tiny controller. We had the switch in the middle of us, and we were playing Broforce, and I was like, "I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is amazing."
Yeah. It's really cool, that game. There's another one. There's Expender Bros, which is Expendables, and I think there's a few other ones like that. Yeah, so Cole the Tangent saying that his kids just shouted at him to shut the door because of all the naughty words. We've done our job, Mac. We have done our job.
We have embarrassed Cole the Tangent's children.
Yeah. He loves Ghost Recon. Oh, Cole, get Ghost Recon, mate. We can do multiplayer. I think hopefully we can do co-op. It's like £4 for the one and the 2 DLCs.
Oh my god!
And yeah, I've been playing more Mario. I streamed a bit of Mario. Fucking hell, such a great game. It's very easy.
Is it Wonder?
Yeah, if you want to complete Mario Wonder, you can do it easily. But if you want to be like me, I spent 2 and a bit hours trying to do this one level with it disappearing. It's all timed to the music, and the platform disappears. And I didn't have to do it, but I did it in the end. I streamed it, and then so that was 4-star or 3-star or whatever it was. And then it unlocked, the cloud moved, and there's another world, and it's like a whole world, and they're all 5-star, and they're even harder. And I was like, "Fuck me, this is for another day." So I'm having fun console gaming. I've been playing Days Gone, Halo.
Oh, Days Gone.
I recommended Mac Days Gone, and he put it on, and he was instantly addicted. Right?
Yeah. So I decided to do Flat Screen Friday. So where I would just like ignore the fact that I'm a VR content creator, and I would just like do a flat screen game. So I did the first time I did it, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was Metro Exodus, because obviously Metro Awakenings had just been announced.
Yeah.
But I had played a lot of Days Gone before, and then I realised...
You played it?
Oh, yeah, I played a lot of Days Gone, yeah.
What, before I mentioned it?
No. I'm just saying, before I did the Flat Screen Friday Metro Metro thing. And then I played Metro, and I was like, I'd rather be playing Days Gone.
Really?
I'd rather... Like, Metro is like one of those games where there's like so much going on. And you have to
the Metro game, man. I've started them all, but I've never finished them.
Oh no, I mean I loved Metro. I loved the first 2 Metro games. I really did. I played them so much on the Xbox, so much. But with Exodus, they've made it like a sort of a sandbox, open sandbox game. I can't be arsed. I don't have the time for that. I don't have the time. I'd rather just ride around on a motorbike, just fucking knacking zombies in the head. But I think my next Flat Screen Friday is going to be the Resident Evil 2 remake. But I'm away this weekend because there's a big rugby game in Scotland, and I'm an England fan, and I've got tickets. So, and I'm going to see Sarah Millican in Newcastle on Thursday.
I don't know who that is.
Sometimes I give up on you.
You're about 30 years older than me, Mac. So is it music?
She's a comedian.
I thought he was going to say she's a magician there.
You must know who Sarah Millican is.
No, I don't fucking know. You watch Strictly Come Dancing, mate. We've got totally different tastes in everything.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you off.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, yeah, Days Gone is great. It's a zombie game. Mac, you haven't bumped into any hordes yet.
I haven't got far enough yet. Yeah.
And you try and stealth your way through it. It's a great game. But yeah, we should end it here because we've been going on for fucking ages. I know we've got loads to catch up on. We had loads, but it's been great, man.
Yeah, it has.
Lovely in chat. Sorry, like we do read it, but it's hard to keep up while we're talking to each other and stuff.
So the first podcast of 2024. We need a short explanation of why Shuey isn't here.
He's just personal stuff that he can't make it. I think that's the best thing to say.
I think it is.
Just can't make it. We'll be back on the 4th of March now.
4th of March. Hopefully Shui will have worked through his issues and he'll be here because obviously we love him and we miss him. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been great. It's back. We're back. Woo!
We are back, and we'll be back on the 4th as well. So let's see what comes out. We've got I'll be playing Bootstrap. I'll be streaming on Thursday. Tomorrow I've got the arcade podcast. Wednesday I'm always on late at work, so that doesn't work out. Friday I'll be streaming, I don't know what, maybe some flat stuff. Who knows? But it's just getting into that mindset of just put the PlayStation on and start playing, because it's not as simple as that, especially when you're doing streaming and that, because it's always like this and that and that and that, connect this and whatever. But I'm neglecting my PlayStation, and from looking at the library yesterday I was like, shit, there's so much stuff I'm not playing.
No, you need to play Gran Turismo, mate. It's fucking amazing.
No, I need to finish Resident Evil as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Later.
I actually might go back and start Resident Evil 8 again, because
Is there a hard mode? Yeah. Yeah, we better go, mate.
No, I like to enjoy my games. Yeah, so
Nexus was in hard mode. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Fucking sadist. The guy's a sadist.
I know a pile of shit when I see one. Okay. Cheers, everyone. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to liking and the subscribing and
subscribing and all that sort of stuff. And we will be back. Welcome to the REKIN KREW. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.